Okay, so we're going to start off by going over the things you're going to need for this build. We'll show you the different styles of lenses first. This is like the homemade, makeshift, whatever style. And it's basically just some drawer liner, packaging plastic, and some molding clay. And the next style of lenses we're going to be using this reflective sunglass piece I got from Party City for about $6, maybe $7. And it's reflective, which is how it's supposed to be according to the comics. And so that's a plus right there. And we're also going to need some sunglass pieces, and these are all for individual styles of lenses. You don't need every single one of these, just basically your personal preference. You're also going to need, depending on the build, some of this drawer liner stuff you can get at a dollar store or Walmart or whatever, and it's basically just, this stuff. I don't know what it is. This is how well you can see through it. You can see through it a bit better than the camera can. But you're also going to need some of this plastic, and I have it cut out right here to the shape of this lens. But it's just some packaging plastic you can find anywhere on anything at Walmart pretty much. Anyway, we're also going to need some really thin cardboard, and this is for the base of the, excuse me, this is for the base and the front layer of the lenses. It's going to kind of sandwich the lenses together and be like the, well, either the base or the outside of it, depending on which style you're making. And you're going to need enough of this stuff to make 4 sets of lenses for whatever style you're using. And then you're just going to cut it all out like that. And you can use cereal box cardboard, or if you can find this thin cardboard stuff, that's good too. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, you're going to want to make sure that you keep these things clean because fingerprints can get onto it and starts to look really weird. Maybe even use some gloves or whatever. And it's not extremely necessary, it's just I didn't really like the way it looked like with my fingerprints all over it. I spaced them out and traced them out, and yeah. I can't talk right now. I'm just really early and I'm really tired. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I traced out the lenses like so, and after that was traced out, I decided to go for the other one. You can see the shape right there. Kind of looks like a water drop, like a drop of water. Anyway, I took these lenses right here, and before I went to the outside, I went to the inside of the lens and kind of just did these lines, and then draw the perimeter of it. And basically what this does is it keeps the lens from just popping out and falling everywhere once it's all finished. So you're going to want to do the inside. And then if you have a reference picture or if you know how to draw it, the lenses by heart, you just start drawing out the outside of it. And you're going to want to go not too far away or else it's going to look kind of weird. And just play with it based on whatever style you're using, based on whatever sunglasses you're using. This is what they look like all done and everything. And yeah, you can kind of see the ones that look like lenses with the hole in the middle. You're going to need about 4 of those if you're making this style. And yeah, I'm just going to show you what the other ones look like. And that's basically just to sandwich the lens in with the other pieces. Yeah. Anyway, I took this face shell I made in a previous episode and I traced out the whole of it onto a piece of paper and then fixed it up. And then took my other piece of paper that I cut out for the lens and then just did another whole lens design. And then I fixed it a little bit to make it look a little bit more even, a little bit more round and consistent with its shape. And then did some more designs right here, just like, touch up at the hook piece and then some shading. And the shading isn't necessary, by the way. I just thought it looked cool. And this piece, I ran out of the plastic and the clay I used wasn't molding clay, it was oven baked clay, and I thought it would work and it didn't. So that's why I'm not using those. More about that later. Anyway, so you're going to take your rubber drawer liner stuff, and if your thing is not that tinted so you can see through it, you're going to want to take this stuff and use it, but you don't exactly have to. And then you're going to glue it. You can use hot glue, cement, E6, I don't know, whatever glue you find that works for you. And then you're just going to sandwich it between there with these 2 pieces like so. And then once you have it sandwiched like this, booyah, you're done. I really just say that. Whatever. This is what the lens looks like, and I'm pretty sure you guys can make it look a little bit better than I did. I didn't really care about these ones too much. And if they're red, like these ones are, you're going to want to paint them or marker them or whatever you can do. I just recommend if you're going to paint them, you're going to want to cover up the lens piece, maybe with some painter's tape or some more cardboard or maybe even regular tape. Just don't get paint on the lenses. I did that and it started to look a little weird. Anyway, for these makeshift kind of other ones, I just kind of put some glue around the perimeter of the lens and then just stuck it onto the drawer liner, and then I accidentally glued my poster board. Anyway, I did that for both of them, gluing around the perimeter and then gluing it onto the drawer liner, and then cutting off the excess of this drawer liner stuff. And after that, made sure everything was glued in, made sure it wouldn't fall out. Then I glued onto the plastic. And gluing on the plastic, you're going to make sure you use as little glue as possible because this stuff slides around, spreads easily, and you don't want that showing up on your finished product. Anyway, once all these pieces were nice and cut out, I hot glued them onto the face shell just for temporary use and for molding. And yeah, I took some clay and I thinned it out as thin as I could and then put it onto the lens to try to make the shape. And then once it's on the lens, you just kind of mess with it a little bit till it looks exactly how you want it. And yeah, so just kind of put it around the perimeter of it, making sure I got the shape of it, thinning it out as I went. And then this is what it looks like. I took this X-Acto knife, and this is completely not necessary. I just decided it looked cooler, and I think it does, and I kind of regret it now. But whatever. I flattened out all the edges, and it looks actually a little weird. I don't know what I was thinking cutting it up, but that's what the lens looks like when it's all done. I'll have an update video sometime soon about what these lenses look like when they're all finished, and they look all awesome when they're done. Right now they're just, they don't look too amazing. Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man. Never mind. I started with the other one, but I didn't decide to film that one. I just wanted to show you what the other side looked like starting out. Looks more like Venom than Spider-Man. Maybe you want to go for that look, I don't know. Anyway, once you have the lenses that you want, you're going to want to measure it out. Usual saying is measure twice, cut once. We're going to say measure 5 times and glue on once, and then cut. But basically, you're going to want to use some super glue, Gorilla Glue, but it's not hot glue or fabric glue. I'm using tacky glue right here. It's just glue you can get from Walmart. It's just fabric glue, cheap fabric glue, and it made the fabric all stiff, and it just didn't work. And hot glue I used, and it messed up the entire mask, and it made it look all weird. Anyway, once you have all the lenses put out, glued on, you're going to want to make sure they're all even and stuff, and that's a whole process in itself. This is what the masks look like all compared to each other. This is the two different types of lenses you're most likely to go with. And in a future video, I'll have the, In a future video, I'll have the suit all finished and done, and yeah, that'll be very soon, I hope. Till then, that's all the spare time to share with you guys. I'll see you guys later.